As I've been stuck in the house, I've been daydreaming about owning alpacas. I mean, who wouldn't? Look how cute and floofy they are. So that got me thinking, if I owned alpacas, where would they live? How would I keep them? So I decided we would need to explore some area and perimeter today. So let's take a look. So this is my idea for an alpaca enclosure. This part is the fence, and this green part in the middle is the grass that I would like to plant. So, to find the perimeter, you need to add up all sides. Down here in our key, it says 1 box line equals 1 mile. So this is going to be a pretty big alpaca enclosure. So if we count over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, this side is 4 miles. If we know that this side is 4 miles and this is a rectangle, we know that this side is also 4 miles. Now let's find the length of the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this top part is 7 miles, and the bottom part is 7 miles. So now, if I go to Home Depot and need to get some fence for my alpacas, they're going to ask, how much fence do I need? For that, I need to find the perimeter. So let's add up all of these sides. So here we have 7 miles. Here we have 4. Here is 7. And here is 4. Right away, I see that this 7 repeats and the 4 repeats. You can add in any order. I know that 7 plus 7 is 14, and I know that 4 plus 4 is 8. So what is the perimeter here? All you have to do is add it up. Then, I need to figure out how much grass seed I need. What is the area of the middle? So, for the area, all you have to do is find the length times the width. This side is the length, and this side is the width. So, 7 times 4 is 28. So, I'll add 7 times 4 equals 28. But these miles aren't in a line. They're two-dimensional. So we are going to call these 28 miles 28 square miles. As far as the perimeter goes, that unit is going to be regular old miles because we are just building a fence. We don't need the mile to be a square mile. So, let's look at another example. So, here is another idea for an alpaca enclosure. There's 10 miles here, 7 miles here, 4 miles here, and 10 miles here. So if we're solving for the perimeter and the area, first thing we need to do is add up all the sides to find the perimeter. However, this side is not marked. So there's a few things we can do. We can count to see if each box or each line is worth 1 mile. In this instance, it is. It won't always be. So if this line here is 10 and this line here is 4, then this line here must be 6. This is 10, this is 4, so this must be 6 miles. So, there's one more line that I need to find, which is this little line right here. Don't be tricked. So, if this is 10 and this is 7, this must be 3 miles. So now to find the perimeter of this shape, all we have to do is add up around the outside. I know that 10 plus 10 is 20. I see another group of 10 here. 6 and 4 is another 10, which brings us to 30. Then this 7 brings us to 37, plus 3 more is 40. So the perimeter of this massive alpaca enclosure is 40 miles. 40 miles is linear. It's just in a direction. Think of fence. A fence goes in a line, not in a square. Now, if I want to find the area of this shape, this is a little more difficult than our last figure because of this area here. If I do length times width, 10 times 10, which would give me 100 square miles, that would be counting the area of this spot right here. So the best thing to do when finding the area of a shape is to break the shape into separate squares or rectangles. So in this case, I could either break my line here along this line, or I can break it here along this line. So let's break my line right here and think of this in two smaller spots. So if this area is 7 times 10, that will give me all the area in here, 7 times 10. Well, 7 times 10 equals 70, and those are square miles. 70 square miles. But that's just this shape. Now I have 3 miles here and 6 miles here. That's 18 square miles. Now, if I want to find the area of this entire shape, all I have to do is add this shape to this shape. 70 plus 18 is 88 square miles. Notice if I had just done 10 times 10, I would have calculated for this part, I would have gotten the answer 100 square miles, but I got something a little bit lower than that, which tells me that this answer is reasonable. Don't forget your area is in square units and your perimeter is in linear units. Now let's take a look at this last example. I'm going to have you guys solve this one on your own. So, if this is 3 miles, this is 12 miles, this is 10 miles, you are going to have to count this area, or you can try and figure out how long this area is using these measurements. You're going to have to separate this shape into some different squares or rectangles. You could separate here and here and there. Then you need to find the perimeter and the area of this shape. Be careful when you're calculating the perimeter, don't count these lines here. These lines are not part of the perimeter. The perimeter is only in brown. Now this image will be posted on Schoology so that you can write on it and add your own comments and answers. I hope everyone's having a great day.